7 people have been killed in motor vehicle accidents here since the start of the year. The Transport Minister is appealing to motorists to exercise caution when driving. Guy Joseph says the same zero-tolerance approach to crime should be adopted to address reckless driving on the island's roads. He says his ministry will implement some tougher measures to deal with what he termed as unwanted activity among drivers.
While we come under a lot of criticism for the state of the roads, but we recognize that every time a road is fixed, even in small rural communities, we get requests for 2 or 3 speed bumps because everybody seems to be speeding along the road. While there is the outcry for crime, I will continue to make this comparison and say that we must go in an all-out effort to deal with the persons, especially drinking and driving.
The Transport Minister says he is also concerned that about 30% of vehicles on the roads are not insured. Joseph says drivers who don't adhere to road regulations must face the penalty. He says there is need for greater police patrols, especially at nights, to deter would-be reckless drivers.
I think it is very dangerous when we see the way that people drive. I think a lot of it is due to the fact that they know they will never meet a police officer on the road who's going to find out why they are driving in a particular manner or to even be checking the speed limits of vehicles on the roads. Now, if our people will not drive the way they ought to drive on the roads, there must be penalties.
Joseph says it's important that drivers consider that they are not the only ones traveling on the roads. He says government may also consider an increase in import duties for souped-up vehicles which are designed for racetracks.
I don't think that you can limit the type of vehicles that somebody brings into the country. I think that a certain class of vehicles should attract a certain duty as a deterrent as to whether we really need these vehicles on the island. But going beyond that, I think what we really need is enforcement of the law. It doesn't matter if you have a vehicle that can go at 300 miles an hour. If the speed limit is 45 miles, then if you go to 55 or 60, then you should be charged. And it's as simple as that.
3 people were killed in a violent crash in the south of the island last weekend. The Transport Minister says 1 life lost is one too many. He says the introduction of the demerit point system will stamp out a lot of illegal and unwanted activity amongst drivers. Shannon Lebon, HTS News, Channel 4.